Happy Friday, my beautiful YouTube family. Today I want to take you into a quick part 2, just showing you more so of the exterior of the property of the party pad and cleaning that up, because as much as I want to give you makeover after makeover, that's just not feasible. So I want to take a second, clean up the land, and walk you through basically like future makeovers that are going to be happening very soon. Something I have been avoiding is property cleanup, and that's just because it's overwhelming. And that's why I wanted to make today's episode, just showing you what exactly goes into what doesn't even seem like a dent when you see the after, but makes a huge difference for me here and just being a good neighbor as people drive by and see that I am cleaning the house up as I am owning it.
So there's like a bunch of this type of stuff, that type of stuff, all of that. And then some trash along the back and some planting I want to do before the girls come.
Okay, now hear me out. We have had a very, very physically exhausting 2 weeks. So I thought it would be fun because this video will tie into showing you guys how I like to keep my balance, aka just have my friends come out. So tomorrow my girls are coming just for the night, I believe, to do a little bit of a reset with me, and I would like to clean up my property a bit. There's no wind, it's extremely hot, so the conditions are excruciating, but I just wanted to show you guys the tour of the outside bar, clean up, and chat with you randomly throughout the video. And then the monthly vlog, that's gonna be like showing you my self-care and how I really take a breath, because you guys always tell me to take a breath, but today is also a form of a breath for me. It's cleaning up and showing love around the huge outdoor makeover we just did. Okay, all right, I'm not gonna procrastinate. Let's get to it. Oh, I will be wearing a bikini because tan lines. So if it gets a little bit too aggressive, I'll put a sensor bar. But let's get to cleaning. Oh, hi, you're up there now. Okay, so this just became really fun. I think Lindsay might text me back, Miss Woodbrain. I think she might come out tonight. So now I'm kind of like on a timer, which gets me really excited. Before you just saw me like so lethargic and like, what the heck, I don't wanna do this. And now I'm like, oh my gosh, I'm gonna try to get as much done as possible to the party pad, because fun fact, the shade room, bada bing, is popping up now, and I'll link it for you, but that has been done, and I wanted to get that done before my girls came out this weekend and surprise them with it. So now Lindsay's coming. There's this whole thing happening. Okay, so I'm just gonna clean the actual party pad that is on the stone, and then if I have time after that, I will tackle what is behind it, because that is realistic. And then tomorrow, since Lindsay's gonna be out here tonight, hopefully, we can trench. Oh my gosh, and then that can be a part of this video. I love my life, I love it. I don't typically do clean with me videos, but I thought it'd be interesting to show you how much was already on the property when I purchased it, like these pots I used in the shade room makeover. You're really gonna see some things, a lot of things that I did not purchase that will make its way and kind of like trickle throughout my house. I got a question the other day, because you'll see later in this video, I'm organizing pallets, but people ask me where I get my energy, and quite frankly, like I always do, I take everything in phases. So the first thing you see me do here is basically consolidate all like things, the pots with the pots, the wood with the wood, the tools with the tools. I kind of just take it there and then move forward.
See all those mounds that I'm forming? I'm gonna leave that for the dog ranch. You can see the clear split between the paths. Like, I'm not cleaning this, but I am cleaning this. So you can start to see all the piles. We're gonna clean all those piles up and then focus on the mess that is all right here. Like, what? That's so much brush.
The bikini thing is not going to be a full-time thing here on this channel. I just picked the worst times to work. I am learning my way around that. So I apologize to anybody that it is offensive to, but I promise you it's not a 24/7 thing.
Okay, so we got this pile done. And then when you walk over to here, we cleaned up all of this. Much better. And it's about to get dark, so tomorrow I'll do all of this, just cleaning it up and taking the bark off of there. And then this is the main pile that's gonna take some time because it's really thick. I did about like 10 wheelbarrows today, and I even cleaned up the front of the house, which I'll show you tomorrow. And I wanna take down this tree because it just makes things look a little eerie.
The debris that you see me cleaning here is from the salt tree. Salt trees apparently are very hard to get rid of. Like, you have to cut them down and tar the trunk, which I'm not going to be doing here. I'll just put a little elbow grease in and consistently clean up these needles from the tree. For this first day of cleanup of the salt tree, I did about 15 wheelbarrows, and in soft sand, that is not fun. I have to take a quick second to thank today's sponsor, which you guys know that I love HelloFresh. I have really fallen in love with HelloFresh ever since living alone. It just makes cooking easy, and I've turned other friends onto it as well, and I even bring HelloFreshes over to Mr. Benueta's when we have Maker Ranch dinner nights as different options. HelloFresh makes living healthy easier with many low-carb, carb-smart, vegetarian, pescatarian options every week. Their recipes are so delicious, and it really helps you get out of the rut of repetition. I always say this time and time again every time I work with HelloFresh, but you know I love to save time and not stress, so it's nice to be able to cut out that stressful meal planning and prepping so you can enjoy cooking and getting dinner on the table in just about 30 minutes or even 20 with their quick and easy options. One thing that I haven't gotten the hang of living alone is portion or ration control when it comes to purchasing my groceries. So I really like that HelloFresh pre-portioned ingredients means that there's less prep for me and less wasted food. If you guys are interested in trying out HelloFresh, you can go to HelloFresh.com and use code METZ12 to get 12 free meals, including free shipping. Once again, that is HelloFresh.com and use the code METZ12 to get 12 free meals, including free shipping. I've also linked it down below for you guys. Thank you so much for HelloFresh for sponsoring this episode, and just monthly having an episode with you guys is really letting me let loose, but also learn more about cooking food with your service. So I really appreciate it. Now let's get back into the episode.
Okay, Lindsay already saw the bougainvillea and the things, but I want her to see the shade room. Well, you have to come closer. I made this very dramatic. Oh. Sorry.
I'm running. I'm coming.
Okay, don't look. Close your, well, now. Okay, good. Straight. Keep going straight. Step down. Straight. Wait, you're going to hit the pole. Oh, you're looking. Okay, thank God.
Bottom part.
Okay, wait. Okay, now.
Oh, snap. Oh, it's so cute. I love that already.
Do you love?
Yes. Look and see that little drill back
Do you see
there.
behind you?
Oh, this is... Hey there. How you doing? You look good.
Do you love?
I love this. And you built this bench?
Built it all out of the reclaimed lumber. That's
and
my
this is stuff you found.
my piece from the original set.
These are sexy. Was this already here? No.
Nope, that is for you. You open it and you can paint. Well, open it and then you'll paint. I want you to paint a quote. Do you love it?
Yes.
Yay!
I am cutting this salt tree branch that fell and completely broke. If it was fully attached and didn't have any damage, I would have supported it back up to see if I could save it, but I really couldn't. So I used my Sawzall, cut it into manageable pieces, and drag that on off. It is so far what I have learned becoming a new local is with Joshua trees in particular, you cannot cut them down, move them, or plant them without approval, I believe. But so far with the salt tree and the other dead tree on my property, when I've asked around, I'm allowed to be doing this. So I do want to let you know there are particular rules. I am still learning them as I go. So if you're watching this video and you have feedback because you live in the area, please let me know because I do not want to be disrespectful to my town. This house really is all DIY, and I'm just completely obsessed with it, down to the seating around the fire pit, which are trunks that Mr. D used to cut down as a side hustle, and then he turned into useful things around this property. I'm just going to be removing the bark until I have time to sandblast these to bring them back to life, which I will show you guys.
Alyx is here. Oh, who, me? Can you come here and see the room that I did for us? Isn't it so pretty? It's like relaxing. Wait till you get into here. I'm so excited to see your reaction.
I'm never leaving here.
It's our lounge. Hello.
Hello.
With that background too, like the mountains. Do you like it?
This is perfect. I can't believe this.
I would like to introduce to you my 1961 Jeep Willy that I will go into detail in the next episode.
Okay.
Well, why is that so easy for us to move as a group of 3? Well, it is a shell currently. I just couldn't pass up the price when I saw it. I had to get it, and I wanted it for a future project. Number 2, why are we not steering it? Well, there's no steering wheel. There is one, but it's detached, and that's something I'm gonna need to fix. Something I have noticed that people do in the desert are larger items being props and lawn ornaments, and temporarily that's what this one is, but tell me it is not the cutest damn thing. A little behind the scenes for you. A year ago, I told Lindsay I never wanted to live in a man's house again after my terrible breakup, and I was so sad, and she said, I can't wait to the day we're cleaning your property here in the desert, and this was the first day that we got to do that.
Drives one, deep left field, that goes Upton, back near the wall, it's out of here!
My cowboy pool is where my jacuzzi is going to be, but I only fill it up a little bit so I can sit all the way in and take a broad bath is kind of what I call it, to cool off in between these projects in the sun.
Cleaned up all those trunks, but now Lynn's is working on getting the pond together, getting it fully running, and then we're gonna see right now if the pump potentially will work and see what this situation looks like. And you guys can start to see too that I started adding flowers, so we're gonna go ahead and plant, and then we're gonna revisit all of this situation.
After we realized that this water fountain is very cute and I need to get it up and running immediately, I decided to take a little bit of a breather from the real hard cutting down and manual labor to some therapeutic cacti gardening and bringing this area back to life. What I did a little bit differently was add some pebble like I did from the shade room, but I did that throughout the landscaping here. That in hopes, I'm hoping, but give me feedback, is to keep some moisture in the soil and keep all of this alive a little bit longer and not get so dried out. But I am new to this game as well. Since we are handling everything on the stone, there's a little bit of stone in the front of the house that I wanted to handle as well. With just a little bit of a love and cleaning it up as much as I can, given that I live in a desert and there's a bunch of wind right now, I decided to just go in with my loop hoe, which is a very nifty tool I found out and a necessity here in the desert, and this one is from the previous owner. So it's really cool to know that I'm cleaning up land with the same tool that they cleaned up their land with. As I mentioned before, I know I'm not able to do the landscaping of my dreams currently, but I do want to show you how I'm making my house more cute, even on the exterior, with a little bit of cleanup. And with that comes the last wheelbarrow, and we were able to focus on planting a couple more plants in the front to add some life, because there's nothing like plants and color to add a little bit of spunk. Ew, no, never mind. Add a little bit of, let's just cut, never mind. My hopes is to really hone into gardening and have that become a new pastime for me, but what I've already quickly noticed is all the rabbits come and play when I plant anything green and low. So you'll see that I'm planting some jasmine, sunflowers, and then kind of barricading it with a border to see if this potentially will help. But if not, again, you live and learn, and you're just gonna adapt as I go and see what plants aren't their favorite, and then maybe feed them lettuce and coax them off of my plants so I can keep plants that I actually like. Who knows? I decided to add these white marble chips amongst certain areas to add a little bit of a contrast and make it look a little bit more well kept. And then I got excited and inspired to remove all the pallets and start to organize them towards my junk area that you guys have not yet seen, just to get it out of the way so the property looks a little bit more clean, because when you drive by you can see that huge pile of pallets, which again, just like a good neighbor, clean up your stuff. Like I said, I love treasures, and oh my god, I could not believe I found this piece of a piano underneath all these pallets, and you bet I'm gonna use it for decor, but holy moly, this is why you clean up your property. And that is where I called it a wrap on the property cleanup this time around. It really couldn't get better than that, finding that piece of decor, so I just enjoyed the sunset, kicked back, and looked over what we did.
Something is eating my flowers. And something is chomping on my cactus. Dude, and something is eating these too. I'm like a little bit irritated.
From finding more of the stone being paved that I didn't know was there to literally a piece of a piano. Like, what in the world? That is exactly why I wanted to share this episode with you guys. And I hope that you guys kicked back and had a drink or had a snack and enjoyed watching me clean up my property and got to know the lay of the land a little bit better. And I really can't wait for the next episode to bring you guys into my life and show you how I use some balance to not get overwhelmed with all the projects that are on this property. There is still so much work to be done, but I will be taking a break next episode and bringing you into my life of how I keep my balance and showing you the emotional ups and downs throughout this last month. I thought that would be very interesting. So unfortunately, there will not be a project, but I am going to show you a little bit of my life, like how I barrel roll every night to the sunset, as you see me doing here. I love you guys so, so much. Thank you so much for your love and support. Thank you, HelloFresh, for sponsoring today's episode. And I'll see you in the next one for another DIY.